Nigerians were happy to see Victor Osimhen back, of course, in contention for this year. Rex, we saw the nomination, and in the Men's Player of the Year, we saw the likes of Frank Zoba Aguisa, the man from Cameroon who plays for Napoli, the likes of Fistin Mayele, who plays from DR Congo, and he plays for Pyramid, Mohamed Salah of Egypt, who plays for Liverpool as well, and we saw the likes of Dennis Bonga of Gabon and plays for Los Angeles FC. We saw the likes of Gurasi, of course, who plays for Guinea and also plays for Borussia Dortmund. Akraf Hakimi plays for Morocco and for Paris Saint-Germain. Likes of Ousmane Lim Liu and also Victor Osimhen, Iman Ndiaye, Pape Matassa as well. Of course, take a look at the names in that category, Rex. How do you see this one panning out? Victor Osimhen back in contention, won 2 trophies last season with Galatasaray, scored over 35 goals, to say, with a lot of, assists. Do you see him in contention? Do you see him, of course, being in good contention to get this one?
Definitely, he's going to be among the major contenders because of his exploit last season with Galatasaray, and knowing that he was the high goal scorer in the league, in the Turkish league, and also they won the league also. But the likes of Akraf Hakimi is also there. This is a player who has done so well for PSG, helped PSG to win the Champions League, contributed enormously to make sure that PSG was flying in all cylinders.
Won 4 trophies.
Yes, and he delivered a lot of assists. Scored some incredible goals for PSG. So left for me, I'm not one of the judges, and I don't want to sound non-patriotic, but I think Akraf Hakimi should deserve that award honorably.
Okay, Akraf Hakimi ahead of Mo Salah and Victor Osimhen, according to Rex at this point in time. We'll see how this one, of course, will go down. But don't forget, they're looking at between January to October. That's the period of time they are using to calculate. They will use to determine who get this one. So let's see how it goes. We wish Victor Osimhen the very best. Adema Lukman wasn't nominated in this one. Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. Going by the crisis and the loss of form, he also suffered at Atlanta.
All right, let's take a look at the goalkeeping category where we have our own Stanley Nwabali. In that category, we have the likes of Andre Onana. We have Vosia of Cape Verde. Ahmed Eshwanawi of Egypt. Muna Mohamedi of Morocco. Yassin Bono of Morocco as well. Stanley Nwabali of Nigeria. Edward Mendy of Senegal. I also have Mark Diop of Senegal as well. Ronan Williams of South Africa. And also Amen Damen of Tunisia. Rex, Stanley Nwabali in contention this time around. This is the second time he has been nominated, but does this stand a chance?
Well, I would have given him to him if not that he had a dip in form in recent performance, and going by the club that he plays for. I think he plays for Chippa United in South Africa. They are not really doing well in the league. If you go through their league this season, I think they are even at the relegation waters. He has conceded a lot of goals also. So I think that Stanley Nwabali would have had a good chance if not for his poor run of form that he's facing recently.
All right, so who do you think will go with that one? Ronan Williams of South Africa, or maybe Andrew Onana, or who do you think is good enough?
Onana, let's not even talk about Onana, because Onana, we know him. His story is always there on the spotlights and the media, the blunders and everything. And then for me, I would have given it to Mendy.
Mendy?
Yes, but let's just say because South Africa have been impressive so far, so I like to give it to their goalkeeper.
Williams,
yeah.
At this currently I think he's the best goalkeeper, in Africa at this time. So we'll see how it goes at this point in time. But let's take a look at where we have another Nigerian talking about the men's young player of the year. We have the likes of Asharaf Topsoba of Burkina Faso, Ayoha Hidara for Cote d'Ivoire, Noah Sadiki of DR Congo, Adela Sene of Morocco, and Hosat Essa Adak of Morocco as well, Odmani Mama of Morocco as well, Daniel Bamiye, that's the Nigerian there. Of course, he plays for Primo Jail. We also have the likes of Moma Kamara of Sierra Leone, Mbakese Mbokasi of South Africa, and Tylon Smith of South Africa as well. We have about 3 Moroccans, in this Young Player of the Year award. Is it because of their exploits so far this year? Don't forget they actually went far as well, in the just concluded Under-20 FIFA, World Cup. How do you see this one panning out as well, especially for a man, Daniel Bamiye? He was with the Under-20 side in the African Cup of Nations, I think, where they got to 3rd position, and he was also with the Under-20 side in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup as well. We understand they didn't have a very good performance, but he had a very, very spectacular outing in those 2 tournaments, and I think that's why he was actually being nominated. Does he stand a chance among these guys?
Well, he stands a chance, but to me, I would like to give it to the younger ones, because they are the ones.
He's still young now in that category now. Bamiye is a young man. That's why he's been nominated in the young player category.
Yeah, he's still young, but I feel like the Moroccans have done so well. In Africa, lately. They've won major competitions, like the Under-20. They won it recently against Argentina, and they've been doing so well. In fact, they are the best right now in Africa when it comes to the under series. The Under-20s and the rest of them. So I think that it is good to do justice to people who deserve these awards. So I think they should pick 1 or 2 players from that team who have done so well, so that they can as well get value for what they really deserve, in those for their efforts per se.
All right, let's see how it goes. We wish Daniel Bamiye the very best. We hope at least at least one person will bring something back home. At the end of the day, either Stanley Nwabali, Danny Bamiye, or Victor Osimhen. Do you see it happening that way?
I don't see Victor Osimhen. I don't see him.
Even Nwabali.
Nwabali would have been a better chance, but because he lost, because he was so good at the Nations Cup.
Yeah.
He did very well, excellently well. Got us to the final. If not for Stanley Nwabali, I don't think we would have been in that final, because then the Super Eagles, we are playing trash. Let's just remove the fact that we went to the final. There were lots of goals we would have conceived in that tournament, but Stanley Nwabali saved us of those havocs and all that. So he did very well, but I think he has lost that form at the moment, and let's just hope if the Nations Cup tournament can consolidate for him to pick the award.